Girl, it looks like all love is lost between Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice because hours after a popular hairstyle stylist accused Ice Spice of not paying for wigs she ordered, Nicki Minaj inserted herself into the drama, and girl, she just called out Ice Spice's for theft, and she just threw some massive shade at her. So it looks like Ice Spice's decision to have a conversation with Cardi B on Twitter has cost her her friendship with Nicki Minaj, because a few hours after a popular hairstylist called out Ice Spice for ordering 20 Nicki Minaj-inspired wigs without paying, Nicki threw Ice Spice under the bus. And not only did she call her for buying wigs without paying, she sent words to her telling her she would not be tolerating her copying her style. For those that might not be aware, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's beef changed the dynamics of the female rap game, as their beef divided the female rap game into two. Either you are Team Nicki or you are Team Cardi. What makes this whole situation crazier is we have seen situations where people jump ship from Team Nicki to Team Cardi and the other way around. Now, Ice Spice is not just Team Nicki. She has 2 songs and was unofficially given a free pass by the Barbs. For those that might have not noticed, Ice Spice has been bidding Nicki's style in the past couple of months, and yeah, Barbs and Nicki Minaj gave her a free pass because she was one of them. Ice Spice also posted this video of her previewing a song, and it sounded like a Nicki Minaj inspired beat. But while Nicki and the Barbs were supporting Ice Spice like one of theirs, Ice Spice betrayed Nicki Minaj and the Barbs by having a friendly conversation with their biggest op, Cardi B, on Twitter. It all started after Cardi B was called out by a TikToker named Raymonte for being ghetto. This sparked a back and forth between the two on X, where Cardi B slammed Raymonte for calling her Mexican, arguing that he doesn't say things like that to other Dominican celebrities such as or Ice Spice.
So I wasn't going to talk about this anymore because it was like, y'all know I don't like to drag things out, but the videos y'all keep saying I'm ghetto and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it throws me off because none of my videos am I walking up to people selling them empty their purse, give me everything you got. I don't think I'm as ghetto as everyone tries to make it seem, and what bothers me as a black person, you guys say that I'm ghetto, but Cardi B, who doesn't look like a visible black woman to me, and this is no shade to you, Cardi B, this is no shade, this is just literally a fact, and we're speaking on colorism and all those type of things. She is very, very ghetto. She's way ghettoer than me. She's way hooder, gangster, greasy with me. She was outside with the damn Bloods. And y'all don't say that this lady is ghetto. Y'all don't say that she isn't marketable. It feels like everyone can be ghetto. And
she said, I asked you why you feel comfortable calling me a Mexican when Ice and Jarrell, Jerome, Zoe Saldana are Dominicans, and you don't do that to them. You do it to me because you know that's what people use to hurt me. Raymond then responded to her saying, you saying I'm using other women when me and you had our talk months ago, you said, why don't I call Ice Spice a Mexican? You bring up other people, not me. I'm not bringing in any other women in this. I think y'all all are great. It wasn't to offend or hurt you in any shape or form. Ice Spice then inserted herself into the drama. She replied to one of Cardi's tweets saying, no offense, Barty, it is because I have a Dominican parent and a black one. Cardi then replied to Ice Spice saying, I think there might be some confusion on what was said. I asked why he felt so comfortable calling me Mexican. I have no Mexican parents. My mom is Trini. She came out of a whole black woman. My father is Dominican. I'm Dominican just like you, she wrote while quote tweeting Ice Spice. I also used other Dominicans as an example because, as you should know, a lot of times we get clustered into one because of the language also. Can you send me that pic you took of me with your camera from Vanity Fair? Thank you. Ice Spice having a back and forth conversation with Cardi B on the timeline had a lot of Barbs really mad, and the damage was done when Ice Spice responded by sharing 2 photos of them smiling and posing together. Sources close to Nicki Minaj revealed that Ice Spice's decision to have a conversation on Twitter with Cardi B and even share the photo they took together was unforgivable. The source alleged that Nicki reached out to Barbs with large following to start a campaign instructing the Barbs to stop supporting Ice Spice. One thing about the Barbs is that they are always going to do what Nicki says. Barbs pulling their support from Ice Spice led to her losing a huge ton of streams, and it saw her monthly Spotify listeners drop from 35 million monthly listeners to 18 million listeners in just 2 months. But then a few days ago, Ice Spice was called out by a popular hairstylist for refusing to pay for the Nicki Minaj-inspired wig she ordered. According to the hairstylist, she was booked for Ice Spice's tour to provide 24 wigs, but Spice and her team didn't have the budget to pay for the units. Due to to their business dealings in the past, she thought the matter would be sorted out, but unfortunately, the payment date kept changing, and Spice's team allegedly canceled the wig orders one day before they were due for delivery. The hairstylist revealed that Ice Spice's team reached out to her and agreed to pay a service fee, but never did. However, the team did reach out for another unit, but when Gia reminded them about the service fee they never paid, things went left. Things happen, but that is not how you handle someone that respects your business and always comes through for you at the very last minute, Gia wrote. Literally. Also, you still owe me my wig back because it's not paid for what's going on with that. The hairstylist rounded up the rant by accusing Ice Spice of copying Nicki Minaj. She said, "Thank you for making us make all of these Nicki Minaj wigs. I'm going to go ahead and not upload the rest of the screenshots since this is supposed to be Princess Diana." The hairstylist then posted a screenshot of her conversation with Ice Spice where she requested the exact type of wig that Nicki Minaj once wore. In the conversation, Ice Spice sent her a picture of Nicki wearing a wig, and the hairstylist replied, "We can do this." I'm not gonna lie, putting in an order for 20 Nicki Minaj inspired wigs is wild. Ice Spice has built a name for herself and she is already getting buzz. She should move to something original instead of trying so hard to mirror Nicki Minaj. However, Nicki Minaj and the Barbs were not ready to allow the allegations of Ice Spice copying her slide because hours after the hairstylist called Ice Spice out, Nicki Minaj called her out, throwing subtle diss at her, mocking her, and telling her to pay what she owed. Nicki and the Barbs coming for Ice Spice is not surprising because she lost Nicki's support, and you all know how they say it. Friends of enemies are enemies, and yeah, it's safe to say Nicki took Ice Spice as an op that day. She posted her picture with Cardi B. Nicki Minaj calling Ice Spice out for theft had fans talking, and they left comments saying, "These rap girls will invest in everything to further their careers except their actual pen. It's insane to think hair is the reason why they think artists are successful. Like, yes, you might look pretty, but what weight does that hold if you're not a good rapper and you make mediocre music?" And people called Nicki fans delusional and dramatic. All these girls got something in common. They all want to be Nicki. Okay, I hate people getting things for free. Just pay the people what they're worth and move on Ice Spice. So, do you think Nicki Minaj was right to call out Ice Spice out over the wig theft? Or do you think she should have handled it differently? Let me know what you think in the comments, then check out this next video.